Hi everyone, I'm Ellen and today I'm going to do a review of Teaching Textbooks 3.0 and also have a giveaway. For those of you who may be new to my channel, I'm Ellen. I'm a homeschooling mom of an 8, 6, and a 4-year-old. We currently live in South Korea and I often post about curriculum that we're using, books that we're reading in our homeschool and myself, and trips that we take. So if you watched my curriculum plans for the 2018-2019 school year, you would have seen for my 8-year-old, we planned to use Teaching Textbooks grade 3. And that's actually the first level available through the Teaching Textbooks program. And we started with the printout version of it, so it's like a thick book. So when Teaching Textbooks contacted me and asked if I'd be interested in doing a review in exchange for a subscription, I of course jumped at that offer. So just like the printed version, the online version starts with a lecture and then goes into the problems. And what I like about this program is that the lecture is interactive. So it'll explain a little bit and then have the student respond, then do a few practice questions, and then go into the 22 problem set. So some of my favorite features of the program is that it lets the student know right away if they've done something incorrectly. So sometimes what I find that with multiple children, it's hard to sit with each child for every single problem, or if anyone is like my middle son, he likes to go off in the corner and complete his worksheets by himself and then come back to show me a worksheet full of paper, and sometimes some of them are wrong. So what I like about this program is that if they do want to go off in the corner and work on it themselves, the computer tells them right away if the problem is right or wrong.
Below is a multiplication table with all the numbers taken out. Tell what number should go in place of D.
4 times 11 would be 44. So times 12 is 48.
You have to still hit the next.
Good job. Below is a multiplication.
To give a bit of a background of myself, I have a bachelor's degree in math and have always loved math and knew from a young age that I wanted to be a math teacher when I grew up. I tend to be very picky with our math curriculum, and we've switched basically every year what we're using. And overall, I will say that I really do enjoy the Teaching Textbooks 3.0 version. I find that they have the right amount of review and building on of new topics. One area where I feel that you would need to supplement is those basic math drills. If you want your child to really know and understand those math drills, that's something that you could do with flashcards or just free printables that you find online, where you can just have them review their math sheets like in under a minute very quickly, if that's something that you find important. One of the favorite features of the Teaching Textbooks 3.0 program that we have are the bonus rounds. So the bonus rounds, you have about 2 minutes to just quickly do those basic math facts. And that's something that all of my children will come around my oldest and kind of cheer him on and say, yeah, you can do it, while he tries to enter the math facts as fast as possible.
Welcome to the bonus round. And now, you with your special host, Mr. Chatterbox himself, Dudley Dunbar. Howdy, partner. Today's bonus round is based on multiplication. So turn that brain of yours on and let's get started. Are you ready, robots? 3, 2, 1. It's showtime.
0. 16. 0. 8, no 0. 4.
What I also love about this program is that it's available on a Mac, Windows, or Chromebook. So my husband and I have different computers, so if for some reason my computer went down, we could easily jump on my husband's Chromebook and use his to complete lessons. And it's also available on mobile devices. The only, I think, setback for that is that it might be a little bit smaller depending on the size screen that you usually use. So you might not want to use that, but it is definitely an option that's available. Two great features that I like about this program is that it is available for a 12-month subscription. So that's great for those of us who are year-round homeschoolers. We don't have to worry about only having a program that's available for 10 months where we do schooling maybe for 12 months. The other feature that I love is that you can pause it. So if at any time you have family that's coming in for an extended period of time, or you want to just take a trip for a while, you can pause your subscription and then pick up right where you left off when you come back. Another great feature, especially for those of us who have students in higher level or higher math classes, is that they offer free tutoring. So they have contact information on their website on who to call and when the available hours are for tutoring. So that's a great option, especially if you yourself struggle a little bit with math or understanding certain concepts. They have that resource available. And if you have a large family and are interested in this program, they do offer a large family discount plan, and it's $199.08 for 4 to 8 students in your household. So if you are interested in using Teaching Textbooks 3.0 program, make sure that you do the placement test first. You want to make sure that your student is placed at the correct level so they can get exactly what they need. Let's take a look at Teaching Textbooks 3.0. This is the home screen of the Teaching Textbooks website. So available on this screen, you can see that you can click your free trial here and you can do the first 15 lessons at your own pace. So it's not like you have 10 days to complete 15 lessons. You complete them at your own pace, and you do not have to have a credit card information to use the free trial. There's a large family plan here. And then also available on here at the bottom is the placement test. So I always recommend that you use the placement test of the math curriculum that you are using. All math curriculums are a little bit different, so you want to make sure with each one that you decide to use, you use the placement test for that. And it's quickly available down here, and it's the same for both the 3.0 and the 2.0 programs. So let's just click on Math 3, for instance. You have your PDF that comes out. You would just print this off, have your student complete this, and then it gives you information on the scoring up here, and it lets you know that if you've gotten so many correct, then use this program or this level, and if not, use another level or use another test. So as you can see here, you can look at the different levels available on the side. It starts at Math 3, goes up pre-algebra, algebra, geometry, algebra 2, pre-calculus, and that's the highest level it has. At the top, the 3.0 subscribers can log in here, and when you're ready to log in, just go to that site. So here I enter in my email, and I will first go to the parent site to show you guys that side of it. So here's the parent launch page. So the first time you come on, you will go to set up your subscriptions here, but since I've already done that, I will open the parent homepage. And it has a nice little loading image. So from here, this is the launch page, and you can choose from these options for whatever you want to do. So if you want to view and print student grades here, since I only have one student using this program right now, I can just click on him. Another little cute loading graphic. And here you can see all of the lessons he's done. So as I said before, we started using this program about halfway through. So we started lesson 64, I believe. Yes, we started lesson 64. The rest of them are in the hard copy book, the printout. But here's where we started. So I can easily go in here and see how he's done on lessons. And my son is pretty particular about getting 100% on each one, so he makes sure to get 100%, and if he does not, he has me delete his scores and he'll go back and fix it, and I'm totally fine with that. I am a mastery type of teacher, so I do want him to learn for mastery. So I can easily go through and delete here whichever ones he did not do well on. And then for the quizzes, we've only done one quiz so far using this program, but again, here you can see his score on there. And not only can you delete the entire attempt, but you can also go through and delete or edit if you worked with them on the particular problem. You can go in and edit them as well. So The same thing for the actual lesson. So for instance, lesson 76, I can go through and whichever ones he had a problem with, we can go back, I can edit it, and then he can try again. And then for the bonuses, those scores are also on here. So number of attempts you can see and what type of problems there were in there, and then how many they scored. So for this, you have 2 minutes to answer 40 questions. And my son is a little bit slower on typing in the answers. So this is how the score works. I do sometimes go through and will type the answers for him. So he sees the problem, he states them, and then I type it in and hit enter. And then these are the bonus points collected, which are added to his scores you see here. So that's why sometimes you see a little bit of a higher score on there. So back to the launch page for parents. Oops, let's go here. You can also view and print the student textbooks and answer keys. So if at any point you actually did want a hard copy of some of these lessons, you can view the individual lessons and quizzes here, view whole sections at a time, and view the index and see what exactly is contained for each lesson. You can easily change parent-student password. You can change hint and second chance rules. If you do not want to give your student hints, you can easily just hit off on there. And if you do not want to offer them second chances, you wanted to just say you have only one chance, then that is an option as well. You can manage your subscriptions, and here is where you also have the option to pause. So you have the total months available, and you just click here to pause. 3 months total, pause time left. So you can pause up to 3 months for every year. When you're ready to move on to your new course, you can just click that button. And lastly, if you need any kind of help from teaching textbooks, you just click on here, tells you what times they're available, the telephone number, and the customer service email address. So let's take a look at the student version. So from this screen, you just check that you're a student, type their name and their individual password. And then you can go on here and see the landing page. So here they have the option of looking at the ebook if they are interested. And this will show the lesson, so you have the table of contents, and you can go through to whichever lesson you want to see, and let's just click on one. And this looks exactly like the book does, the printable book. On here, let's go back to the home page and go to the main interface. So this is, of course, the main part of what we use here. So this is what the screen looks like for him. This is how he has set it up, but these are all interchangeable. So you can change the wallpaper. Let's just, for instance, change this. And you can also change the buddy. So this is like their little helper during the class. Not helper, but it's just like a little graphic that's kind of fun and does silly things. So let's do the party turtle. Save and close, and you can see the background changes for what I've selected. And then you need to select a lesson to find your buddy that sits right here. Let's go through a lesson so you can see what it looks like to the student. So first you have the lecture.
Lesson 27, bar graphs. You know what a pictograph is. It's where you use pictures to show something. See, here's a pictograph. This shows the number of cowboy hats sold at Sloppy Joe's Western Outfitters last week. There are 2 hats on top of Monday, so they must have sold 2 cowboy hats on Monday. See if you can tell how many hats the store sold on Friday. That's right. But this is an example of how...
So one thing I like about the lecture is that the student is not just sitting here watching what's going on. They are actually interacting with the lecture. So they have to be able to input the correct answer to move on during the lecture. After the student is done with the lecture, they can move on to the practice problems on the side, and then the 22 problem set down below. And for this particular one, it has the bonus at the end. So whenever there is a bonus available throughout the lessons, it comes right after the 22nd problem. And when the student does go through the problems, let's go to one random one.
On this
here.
one, click on the choice that shows a square.
So you click on the one that is a square, and let's say I was a little confused, so I hit
Sorry, click yes to see how to do it.
And if the student wants more assistance, they can see here.
Here you were asked to click on the choice that shows a square. So that means you need to remember that a square has 4 equal sides and 4 right angles. And if you look through the choices, you can see that both C and D have 4 sides and 4 right angles. But only choice D has 4 equal sides. They're all the same length. So that means the correct answer to this question, the square, is choice D.
So it gives the students helpful hints in order to answer the question, or in this case, since it was a multiple choice, they only get one chance to put the correct answer. It walks them through the problems. And if they were to answer a problem correctly, let's
Click on the correct way to write 23 in words.
Excellent.
It says you got it right, and they can again see how you do it, just in case they wanted some reinforcement, and if not, just hit no.
Here you need to round 22 to the...
Also has access to their gradebook, so they can go click on their gradebook. And look how they've scored on various lessons. They do not have access to change anything, but they can look through here and see how they've done. So this is an overview of what Teaching Textbooks 3.0 looks like online. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments down below. Thank you for watching this review of Teaching Textbooks 3.0. And again, if you want to be entered into the giveaway, please look in the description box below on the steps to take in order to participate. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.